In a push to outflank Toretsk from the east, Russian forces turned to motorcycle-mounted assaults across open terrain. However, Ukrainian defenders recalibrated the anti-tank mines to meet the motorcycle charge and turned the flanking attempt into a costly failure before it ever reached the front line. Euromaidan Press media outlet reports, Russian forces are experiencing many difficulties and suffering high losses due to their fighting through Toretsk, because the approach of fighting through the town is rapidly becoming unsustainable. They are seeking an alternative route, hoping to pressure Ukrainian flanks and force them to withdraw and surrender Toretsk to Russian forces. Previously, the Russian forces attempted this by assaulting the southern flank of Toretsk around Shcherbynivka, but were pushed back by fighters of the Azov brigade. This is why the Russians decided to try to assault across the northern flank towards Dachne and Dylivka. The terrain here consists primarily of open fields, a railway line, and patches of trees. This setting allows the Russians to conduct mechanized and motorized assaults, to use higher maneuverability and heavy armor to their advantage. Euromaidan Press says, for their first assault, the Russians accumulated tanks and infantry fighting vehicles in Druzhba, banking on heavy armor to make it across the fields and deploy their infantry. Geolocated combat footage reveals that the Russian column was unusually slow, with Russians transforming their armor into so-called turtle tanks using wood, rubber and metal chains to protect themselves from anti-tank kamikaze drones. However, this resulted in a crawling pace, allowing Ukrainian drones ample time to carefully find weak points in the armor and disable the vehicles with repeated pinpoint strikes. The main weakness was that the minefields, full of anti-tank landmines, only triggered on heavy vehicles such as cars, armored vehicles and tanks, making them ineffective against light vehicles such as motorcycles. This is why Ukrainians ramped up the use of anti-personnel and wire-triggered landmines which can detonate under the light pressure of a soldier's foot, or in this case, a motorbike's wheels. Additionally, Ukrainian sappers modified their self-made mines to also trigger on much lighter weight, recalibrating and fine-tuning the explosives specifically to eliminate Russian motorcycle-based infantry. Overall, the geolocations show that Russians did not even come close to Ukrainian positions, indicating that Ukrainians effectively patched the weaknesses in their lines, and that they are now stronger for it. Euromaidan Press media outlet reports, the heavily armoured turtle tanks, despite not going down in one hit, are often so slow that Ukrainian drones have ample time to swarm them and disable them through repeated strikes.
Another footage of the Ukrainian army's Magura naval drones being chased by the Russian army in the Black Sea has been released. As can be seen from the footage posted on social media, the Magura, equipped with the R-73 anti-aircraft missile system, is being fired at by a Russian boat. The Ukrainian drone is able to skillfully evade fire for a long time. It should be noted that in recent days, the Ukrainian army's Magura naval drones have destroyed 2 Russian Air Force Su-30 fighter jets using the missile system installed on them. Some time ago, a Mi-8 helicopter was shot down by the Magura. These drones, equipped with the missile system, are mainly known for their attacks on Russian Black Sea Fleet ships and offshore gas platforms.